back to the Money Grand National Series here on NBCSN. We are at the Texas Motor Speedway getting ready to kick things off once again here in the Lone Star State. This time, this race is threatened by weather. There is weather in the area, but we're going to try to get this race over with. And what I mean by a rain shortened race, as we all know what I mean by rain shortened races at this point, that means the track is absolutely broken, whether it be because of the mod or just because of the way I have it set up. The track is broken, and we're unable to finish the race. And either the caution gets stuck on or whatever it may be. We're about to find out the reason here. I'll just go ahead and tell y'all. Cars started bouncing on people. Like, they got into their pit stalls and just started bouncing, like just kind of shaking around. Not like the little jumping around stuff that we normally see, but like they just started twerking a little bit. Like, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't know. It's hard to describe it. They just started jiggling around. So I don't really know. But they were stuck there, and I had to drive. I had to get on track and with my ghost car and drive 75 laps all by myself. That was the most sanity draining thing ever, but we survived. We made it work, and it's not going to show the actual winner of the race in the standings after this. It's going to show me. It's going to be a placeholder, but it is what it is. But until we get to that point, we're just going to roll with it here. Green flag is in the air. The rookie Chase Miller jumps out to the lead early on, but here comes Denny Hamlin in the 20 car underneath. Now Hamlin been racing all season long, trying to run double duty all season here. And so far he's been doing well at it as he shows out every single week. Shows up, shows out, wins, or fights for a win. So we'll see if he can continue with that here as he battles for the lead. And we got a crash further back. Oh, it's a big one. Multiple cars in the back, in the outside wall here. Track is blocked. Off turn number 4, Todd Cleaver finds his way back to the front at the track where he got a win stolen from him earlier this year. And the caution comes out once again. Had to take a quick sip of body armor there to refresh. No, I'm not sponsored, but it's a good drink. Anyways, let's hop back into it, shall we? Here we go. Let's look at the replay. Who done it? We're about to find out. They were all over each other back here towards the rear of the field. And oh, it actually started ahead of them. So it looks like the 36 of Brent Sherman got hooked down the racetrack by the 63 of Kerry Earnhardt, and around they all went. Sherman's around. Oh, gets leveled by the 05. Coming through the smoke, trying to escape. Oh, excuse me. Escape. Just had nowhere to go. Bobby East in the 43 gets collected, as well as 61. Travis Kittleson and multiple others. So we see some cars ducking low. There's Brendan Gaughan making his first start here in the Grand National Series. We saw him in the Truck Series. First start in the Grand National Series this weekend, and just sneaks past that wreck. Almost saw an early exit to his first race, but not today. Not yet, anyway. So Cleaver leads under the caution. We're going to hop back into it here as we come around and get ready to take the green flag once again. Going to double them up. And now, pace car is off. Todd Cleaver, Stanton Barrett is your front row. And Stanton with a great jump on the outside. Gets a great restart and is going to try and pull away. But now, spinning the tires a little bit. Todd Cleaver got up through the gears better. Must have had a bad launch, but man, he took off pretty well there, didn't he? That 30 car, not as good of equipment as that 26 either. So he's gonna probably fall like a rock through the field, but he's gonna try and stay as close to the front as he possibly can. Contact! Oh, and Barrett's up in the outside wall. Look out, look out, look out. Slow on the track, and yeah, that's definitely not how he wanted that to work out. Had a great run, got up to the front, just took him a little longer to get up to speed than some of these, some of our typical front runners here. And into the wall he went. So that's unfortunate for Stan Barrett, but on the top of 3 wide there, but back out in front. That's what I mean, right there, right there. You see that? Y'all see that? That's what I meant. So the 98 already having problems, stuck on pit road. He's not going to get back out there. 3 wide for third. Whoa, Harvick. And the crazy thing is, I'm not a big fan of this mod. I'm only running it because I don't feel like re-downloading all the paint schemes for the GNS mod when I literally have them right here. So I'm gonna stick it out for this season and the next season. It's not a terrible looking mod, but man, it's not one of my favorites at all. Yeah, I've never had an issue until I ran this mod, so it might just be a mod thing. I'm not sure what difference it makes because it's all using the same physics, but it might just be a thing with this mod. We're gonna find out after the 2008 season, but I'm gonna have to shorten some races so where pit stops aren't a thing, just so these guys can make it from start to finish. Kyle Busch moves to the race lead right now. The 21 of Harvick in second with a huge run, gets right up behind that 5 car. And how about the 26 of Todd Cleaver moving back up. Now, you're seeing more pack racing here. We did listen. Y'all wanted it back. We brought it back. The package that calls for closer racing, I mean, why not, right? We got those safety improvements here. Might as well, right? So we brought them out here. And it's resulted in what we're seeing here. Now, of course, drivers still having to lift a little bit as the track ages, and nearly some contact with Brad Coleman. Now here comes Mark Mitchell in the 11 machine, pushed from Denny Hamlin in the number 20 car. Hamlin drives the 11 in the Cup Series. Of course, that 11 car here is a whole different team. But Hamlin, right behind him, now moves to the inside. Todd Cleaver falling back. We're starting to see classic Texas here, especially with it being nighttime, a much cooler, more grippy scenario. If it was day, these guys would probably be slipping and sliding around here, but we're gonna see how this works out. Got a couple more bouncing on pit road. The 37 of John Graham, the 30 of Stanton Barrett, who was running up front earlier. Now his problems continue. It looks like he's going to be done for the day. Bobby East way off pace. So is Brent Sherman, completely off the pace. Barely running 170 right now. It's about a 10 mile an hour, well, 20 mile an hour, excuse me, speed difference. Here comes Kyle Busch back underneath that 26 car. Cleaver. Come oh so close a couple of times here. Tried to hold on and win at Texas. Ran into lap traffic at the absolute worst time and fell back to second. Clint Boyer stole that one. Was in position to win. Goodness, who is calling me? Was in position to win at Road America and got dumped and sent off the racetrack by Denny Hamlin. So we see him running up front, but he's not able to hold on and take Alright, I am back after a lengthy pause. My apologies. But look at this. Carl Edwards has moved up to the race lead and is looking to run away with it here. Edwards' first start of the season, I believe, in that number 60. Surprisingly, he hasn't raced yet this season in the Grand National Series. We know he loves, loves to come down here and have some fun on the Saturdays, but he, along with Brendan Gaughan, making their first starts in this series this season and looking pretty impressive here. Gaughan P2 trying to hold off Kevin Harvick, and Edwards in the lead. So Edwards ran most of the season here last year, the inaugural Grand National Series season, but yeah, not today. Not today. He's being held up by a lap car though. Bobby East trying to hold the outside line, let everybody buy down low, and now Brendan Gaughan is stuck behind that 43 machine. He's gonna try to get underneath. Oh, that is a tight squeeze. Looking at 4 wide contact, nearly hooking that one car through the grass. JJ Yeley, Chase Miller make it out alive for now. We got a second pack back here as well. A little bit off the pace, but still, for the most part, rolling here. As we get past the halfway point. Do the math on that. Nearly a wreck right there as some cars got turned into the grass. Yeah, just about at the halfway point here. 91 of David Green on the bottom lane leading that group. Back up front. 3 wide for the lead as Chase Miller got up there and tried to contest Edwards, and now here comes Harvick following through, and he's going to take him 3 wide and take it to the front with Denny Hamlin following him through. A bit of 4 wide further back. Todd Cleaver, oh, just lets his teammate in line. There was a little bit of contact there, but Cleaver follows his teammate, lets him down, and now they're going to head to the middle lane and try to get back up as they get behind Hamlin. Trying to work their way back to the front. More lap cars further up here is. How about Jeff? Or what am I talking about? How about Dave Blaney? Oh, contact! Heavy impact for the 11 of Mark Mitchell into the outside wall. Caution is gonna wave. Terrible crash for Mitchell. And Carl Edwards gets tagged. The 35, Bobby Hamilton Jr. grazes that 60 car. All 3 of those cars are killed. And we're under caution here. Let's take a look at what happened. Things were going so well so far in this race. You know, aggressive racing, but for the most part, they were keeping it clean. And, well, not now. As we see. Replay here, the 60 gets into the back of the 20, and Mitchell gets hooked, nowhere to go, nothing he could do. He had nothing to do with it. Todd Cleaver gets a piece. Oh man, that was a heavy impact into the outside wall. Mark Mitchell's driving along on the bottom here, trying to get past these guys. The 60 and the 20 make some contact that wasn't really square. Hooks Hamlin down the racetrack, right into the right rear quarter panel of Mark Mitchell, who goes hard into the outside wall. We've seen this before here in Texas. Luckily, we have the safer barriers now, but still a tremendous impact into the outside wall. Huge, huge lick for that 11 car. Luckily, Wendell Net is down, and he's climbing out right now as we speak. Had to take a second to catch his breath, but he looks to be fine. Man, that is a really tough break for Mitchell and all involved, especially Carl Edwards, who was having a great run and just got into the back of the 20, and round they all went. Watch it from the helicopter camera. This gets hooked. Oh! Man, that was violent. We're gonna watch the speed on that 11 car as we slow things down. It's going 190 through the corner here. The 20, oh, looks like tried to just come down in front of that 60 car. Wasn't clear. They get hooked onto each other's bumpers. Around goes Hamlin down into the right rear quarter panel of the 11. And Mitchell straight up the track, 170 plus, head on into the outside wall. Everybody gets into the wall. Kyle Busch gets a piece of it. That 11 car took a huge lick. Watching Carl Edwards try to get rolling again here. And just gets grazed by that 35. Completely toward the left front fender off of that thing. And I'll tell you what, these things have a nice damage model for a mod that I'm not really a fan of. Yeah. And here's the tomfoolery. As I mentioned earlier, all the cars on pit road jiggling about, and that's gonna be the race. The rain has rolled in. Kevin Harvick was your leader. He did lead down on the pit road. It's showing Dave Blaney in second, the 14 of Kyle Krisiloff third. I believe that's just how they enter pit road. No, actually, the 62 was supposed to be second. But based on where they last crossed the line, is how they're scoring it. So they cross the line on pit road. Unfortunately, the 62, his stall is before the pit road, the line there, so he didn't cross the line. He's being scored 16th, and that's how they are being scored. So Harvick crosses the line first, all the way down here in this second pit stall. Then it's Hamlin behind him, but he crossed the line way after. But he's gonna be scored with an eighth place finish, based on the fact that, just let's watch this. If I can hit it and click, there we go. Just based on this, okay? I'm in this broken, as I call it, ghost car, right? Car that doesn't fit the template. Just turning laps by myself just so we can get this race over with. All because the game just decided to break right there. So I had to do all those laps by myself, take the white flag, finish the race. And I'm like, hey, since I did all that, that's a win on its own, right? I did all those laps. Was the only car that could actually complete a pit stop. I'm gonna do some burnouts. I earned it at that point. I deserved to burn that thing down, baby, because I had to do 75 laps by myself. Not like even a practice. This is just some crappy, you know, some track I&I settings just for this. Like, totally unrealistic. Wide open. Tires wear like it's nobody's business. You know, extremely annoying. You know, do about 5 laps and your tires are already in the yellow, going towards the red. Having a pit just to change the tires, not even because you need fuel, because you need tires. That is so annoying. So, yeah, I decided to burn that thing down. I was the real winner. But of course, this ghost car is not going to count towards points, obviously. I mean, it will, because of the season, but we're going to ignore it. Harvick is your race winner. The rest is just tomfoolery, so whoever gets whatever points, I don't care. But that's going to do it for Texas. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. We'll see y'all next time. Until then, peace.